What's a common injury that people don't take seriously enough until they experience it themselves? Infected tooth. When the pain is so bad you can't even sleep. Back problems. I know people who have complained about their back issues and I wondered if they were playing it up. Then I hurt my back and found out what you use it for. Everything. Moving, standing, sitting, lying down, walking. You dread the feeling of a sneeze coming on. It's awful. Migraine. Wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Actually made me want to die. Chronic back pain can basically ruin your life and some people think it isn't real. Eczema. A lifetime of constantly feeling itchy. Your mental health and quality of life can deteriorate very easily because you are constantly feeling irritated somewhere on your body. I hate it. Tinnitus. And when you experience it, it's too late. Forever. Ear infections. In the words of Lord Slug, it's like one drill in one ear and another drill in the other. And they're meeting in the middle. Bacterial infections. I'm disabled now and half my body seizes up on me. I miss my life. Most of them, not all. Arsehole doctors didn't take me seriously and I'm left with this now. Once the first doctor put on notes, it was all in my head. Many followed suit until two broke the chain of bullshit about it being all in my head. Finally got it solved, but it was too late. Herniated disc. A sprain. I never thought a sprain was bad until I sprained my foot and I couldn't believe how bad it hurt. Plantar fasciitis. Cold burns. People think ice and other such particularly cold things can't possibly be as bad as boiling water or fire. But as someone who works with liquid nitrogen, I can tell you cold burns hurt just as much as regular burns. Concussion. Could feel my brain swelling against my skull. So painful. None of my friends took it seriously and just thought I was exaggerating headaches. Although not an injury, per se. Menstrual pain. Kidney infection sucks. Ingrown nails. They suck. Chronic. Degenerative lower back pain. It's debilitating, and controls everything you can't do. Depression. Back pains and migraines. When my back hurt, everyone put it down to my horrid posture. When I went to a doctor for something else, she pressed on this point in my back and I screamed, and she told me it was sprained and probably had been for a while. Migraines. I'd rather die. The feeling of not being able to see, sleep or eat is terrible. Anything to do with mental health. Dislocations. Not really an injury, I guess. But childbirth is something no one can possibly imagine until you do. Feels like your back is being broken in half. No idea how people continuously went through it prior to modern painkillers. UTI. Some can be mild and others can cause non-stop burning and cramping that makes it impossible to sleep. Inflamed colon. It got so worse I couldn't drink or eat anymore. I just threw up. The pain was a solid 11/10. Carpal tunnel syndrome or tendovaginitis can be debilitating. People always talk about it like it's that cute little thing you get from being computer savvy. But it can be so bad that you want to cut off your arm because you feel it does you more harm than good. And there isn't much you can do to treat it either. Don't ignore the early warning signs. Change your behavior before it's too late. Sciatica. Then I got thinking about how much my teeth suck, so my answer is cavities. Any chronic condition. Sure, being sick or injured sucks. But chronic pain, chronic inflammation, chronic health problems that you can only manage or can't cure make life so much harder and are mentally and physically exhausting. There's no end. Whiplash. I thought it was a made-up joke of an injury until I got rear-ended at low speed and had neck pain and headaches for weeks after. I can't imagine how bad it can get if hit at higher speeds. Shingles. Get your vaccine, people. Shingles started the downhill slide fit my mum from an active, healthy 75-year-old to worn out, tired, sore 80-year-old. Shingles hurts and makes you tired. And seemed, for my mum, to bring her immune system down, so she's had one thing after another since. Burns. I burnt my ankle on a hot water bottle a few weeks ago and earned myself 2 penny-sized blisters. I popped one accidentally taking the band-aids off, but otherwise kept them covered and thought nothing of it. A few days later I had stabbing pain and a fever. The doctor took one look, slapped me on antibiotics and got the nurse to do a proper bandage. If I had tried to tough it out, I might have been really sick. I'm gonna say the flu. More of an illness than an injury, I guess. I used to use cold, flu somewhat interchangeably, but definitely knew how serious the actual flu is. Until I got the flu for the first time last year. Horrible. Foot contusion. Bruise. Thought my foot was legitimately broken. Burning your foot in a George Foreman grill. Rolling your ankle. Breaking your pinky toe after hitting it on the damn vacuum. Not really an injury but common, unfortunately. Kidney stones. Hip injury. Whether an acute injury or chronic. That first time you try and put your weight on that hip after you've injured it. It'll take you to the floor like a sack of potatoes and you'll realize what, help, I've fallen and I can't get up, actually means.